Mayor took center stage in a wildly entertaining debate.
And after almost being canceled just a few days ago, the candidates and community rallied together to piece it all back together. Our Andrew Dimbert was there to capture some of those moments. Hi, Andrew.
It was interesting, at times bizarre and downright strange. We weren't at a Donald Trump debate, but it sure felt like it sometimes. There were cheers, there were boos. A candidate even dropped a few F-bombs. The questions were hastily organized, but you got to cut everyone here some slack. This was originally intended to be a two-person debate, turned into an eight-person, so everyone, candidates, moderators included, were flying by the seat of their pants.
Through a stroke of fortune, here we are.
A debate that almost wasn't. After the Oregonian canceled, citing security concerns, it was reorganized last minute. So candidates were only allotted about 30 seconds to answer some tough questions.
How will you assure affordable housing in inner Portland? How will you stop demolition of Portland's historic neighborhoods?
Topics of conversation were selected by rounds of applause. Some were taken from Twitter. Police accountability and housing got a roaring response from the crowd.
It's imperative that the community have a police force that the community knows that they can trust. Related to that, let's get the police out of their patrol cars and back on the streets.
Wealth building through home ownership. So I would like to see that happening here in Portland more.
But at times it felt like there was more show than tell. One mayoral hopeful even strangely endorsed another on stage.
What does Portland need? An actual, real leader like David Shore.
Sometimes the candidates were asked to raise their hands rather than elaborate in response to challenging questions.
Raise your hand if you will push for a local air quality management district.
And homelessness, arguably the biggest issue facing the next mayor of our city, wasn't even asked. But some chose to address it anyway, before they called it a night.
We need a community that reaches out to its neighbors, whether they're in a home or on the streets, and says this is a place for everybody.
We had 8 candidates up on stage tonight. Look for that field to dwindle. The primary election will be held on May 17th, general election on November 8th, and I'm sure there'll be plenty more opportunities to get to know the candidates between now and then. Jennifer, Jeff?